The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Japan against Barcelona.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, the explosive Ousmane Dembele is a very interesting player. Praised by many for his game-changing qualities. His showboating and confidence has won him a lot of admirers, and he can be a real force if he can add consistency to all of that talent.
It's Pele! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Dixon. Hazard. Nedved did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Hazard. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pele! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Barcelona really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Japan have the chance to go the other way. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Hazard receives it in a wide position. Rodri. Japan still without a single shot on target. Maldini is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Hazard. Seedorf receives. There's the shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And it's Dembele. And here's Hazard. It's Hazard! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. It's their second corner of the game. Hazard! And he hits the net! They are purring, truly purring! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Japan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Barcelona always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Now it's Del Piero. Tries to pass it through. He has found the way through. He's going to be disappointed with that. Tries to play it through. Played in by diving header! Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. And no, that was never going to make it. Spread out to the left. Azar! And he's lifted it over.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Rodri. It's Perez. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Suarez. Howson defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Azar. Now there's a fine ball. Shoots! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
And here's Rodrigo. He's got away. Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nesta. Yaya Toure. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Rummenigge, and he's in on goal, takes a shot, and it's come back out to him. Goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Romario. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Quarter of an hour played. Hazard venturing down the left. Hazard, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Kukçu is always looking to break lines. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And here's Hazard. Rummenigge, looking for options for movement. In towards the back stick. Shapes to shoot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Kukçu. Perez. And it's Kukçu. Zico, nice looking ball. Chips it through. Oh, well played. Rummenigge. Great chance! And it's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Time and again they are repelled. Perez. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. He is just caressing the ball. Perez going face-to-face with his great rival. He shifted it to the flank. Perez receives it in a wide position. Bullet. And smartly reclaimed. And this is Romario. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that's an excellent interception. And the counter is on. Zanetti. Bale.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Hazard charging forward, the ball at his feet, and he's found a way past. Zanetti gets over and intercepts. He's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And the referee says that is that for the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, so I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either.
And a chance! And again! And a neat finish! Just as they wanted it! Just when they wanted it! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Japan cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for. Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And here's Azar. That's good play. Kukçu did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Zanetti cuts it out. Zanetti conjures time and space where few can.
Japan have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Azar looking for the run. This looks promising. Not a hint of offside. Chance! And that's in!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Substitution for Japan, number 17, Kukçu.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Number 8,
Başakşehir here, now in a position far more desirable.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
number 18,
Now it's Batistuta, and he was alert to it.
Del Piero, number
Japan
21,
still have the cards to affect this game. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Nedved. And it's Perez. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's picked it up out wide. Perez. Now it's Del Piero. And he's had it nicked away. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Batistuta. Hazard. Batistuta. And it's Nedved. And that is expertly dealt with. There's the shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Substitution for Japan.
Well, height
11,
could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Coming on to replace him is number 4, Lee Kangin.
Nedved plays it short. Zanetti. Nedved. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Chance! And it's been hooked away. Lee Kang-in. Well, that looks a decent ball. Azar. Now it's Ibrahimovic. So what can they make of this? Lee Kang-in. Wriggles his way through. And it's Nedved. And here's Del Piero. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Bale. And here's Azar. Azar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rodri. Nedved. Azar. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's Nedved. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Rodri. And Zanetti. And here's Del Piero. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodri. Nedved. Oh, well played, well played.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That's really well cleared. And that is that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things already rolling.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigol, as he's become known.
Nobody would ignore him.
He has all the attributes, Peter, and the list is too long for me to mention them now. I'll settle on lethal.
And this is Romario. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gilberto Silva. Nedved. Now it's Del Piero. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Tries to pass it through. And this is Romario. Perez. Now it's Del Piero. And this is Nedved. Nedved! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Romario ready to try one. Great ball. Oh, shooting chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Japan have the chance to go the other way. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now it's Del Piero. Gilberto Silva. Now he's running away. And this is... It's Ibrahimovic!
ايهاب راح فرطة. هاي ايهاب شفتها؟ شفت اللي صار؟ شو هذا؟ والله جاب علي يطلع معي، والله ما جاب علي يكمل المباراة. شو عم يصير؟
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now it's Del Piero. Saliba gives no quarter whatsoever. And this is Romario.
Might want to be careful there.
Perez. Now it's Del Piero. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And here's Azar. Benatia gets a foot in here. Now it's Romario. Madrid do have a chance to counter here.
Allah.
But it's running with intent. He is through here. Azar conjures time and space where few can. Dixon. Azar. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now, can they get him away? And this is Romario. Perez. And it's Del Piero. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Can he finish? Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Gilberto Silva, Del Piero. That's a little off target. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. This is Romario. Robson going face-to-face with his great rival. Rijkaard cuts it out. Oh, can he get onto this? Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And here's Ibrahimovic. That has not gone well. And this is Romario. He's dealt with that really well. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. Ibrahimovic! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh no, what has happened here? Gilberto Silva. And it's Azar.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's Nedved. Hullet. And Romario! There it is! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will. And that is all they have time for. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. The midway point of the game.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean...
Terrific effort! Harmlessly behind. Del Piero has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Yaya Toure looking to pass their way up the pitch. Howson gets across to intercept that. Well, that looks a decent ball. Hazard, lovely pass, but can he get there? Takes a shot! Hullet, Robson, Del Piero. Robson has created one goal already. Hullet. Robson. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Batistuta. Vieira wins the duel this time. So, can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Can he get on the end of this? Threads one in. Nedved. It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
He's got away. Looking to play him in. Bullet! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, what has happened here? He is just caressing the ball. Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Goes for goal! And again, he is at his elastic best. Zanetti. Now Gilberto Silva. Driving forward. Look at this. It's Ibrahimovic! Well taken goal. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, He took his time and he put it where very few can.
Batistuta! And that was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
And Romario! Romario, you beauty! A finish right from the top draw. And they are disappearing out of sight. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Big chance! He's got a goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitution for Japan, number 10.
So we have
Del
movement on
Piero.
both benches.
Coming on the field
So could
is
they be onto something
number
here?
14, Danny
Passing
Olmo.
is crisp and sharp.
Substitution.
Now it's Hazard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Caught offside that time. Danny Olmo. Now it's Snyder. And he's managed to get free. That's very neat. And he's straight offside. Perez bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Romario. He's having a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they